want to welcome you to a great celebration of the Buncombe County's new communications system. It is a wonderful day for all of us. You know, even on overcast days, we live in a beautiful place. I always say we live in God's country. But that which makes us beautiful sometimes makes it a real challenge to have a good communications system, and that's what we've been challenged with over the last few years. But today, we really do get to enjoy the privilege of making a real difference and a real contribution to the place where we live. This system came together for several reasons. Our public safety folks knew we had to have a better system. And we formed a wonderful partnership with Cassidian Communications. And today, we do get to celebrate the result of these two organizations coming together to make a real difference in the lives of our citizens.
When I started with the county 41 years ago, we operated on 2 towers in this county. Of course, everything was low band, and you know, it would just bounce around in between the mountains and didn't matter whatever. But anyway, we've come a long way, and we truly have something today to be proud of. And first off, I want to thank Cassidian for making this possible by coming to us and making an offer that, as they say, you can't refuse. As I mentioned, we've gone from 2 sites to 12. And some of the benefits of that is coverage in particular. We've got coverage now that we've never had before. The system that we were on for about 10 or 12 years had good coverage, had better coverage than the low band stuff did. But as technology advances, it all makes a lot of difference. But anyway, clarity of voice transmissions, you don't have static. System is designed for the future.
We wanted a system that would work for all public safety agencies. We wanted one that would not limit choices, that would allow the very smallest fire department to the very largest fire department to be able to work within their budgets when buying equipment. We wanted a standards-based system so we could continually be on the cutting edge of technology and we could become interoperable with anything we had. This system didn't just take IT. It took one, the trust of our public safety leaders, DUNCAN and VEHAUN. It also took WANDA Green and a management team who had the faith to let us bite this off, and it looked like a project that could be very long, hard, and it could maybe get expensive. We had tremendous support of our commissioners, past and present, to make this happen. And I couldn't say enough about how everyone came together to make one system work.
This began with me about 7 years ago. When I took the office of sheriff in Buncombe County, one of my main concerns, of course, is officer safety. And being a career law enforcement person, I never really realized how serious a thing that was when you go home at night and you lay down and you wonder, it's not going to be the night you get a call that you've got somebody hurt or you've had a major incident in the county. One of the things that we knew we needed to do very quickly was work on our radio system. Plus, we had this huge looming deadline from the FCC that we had to narrowband our channels on our radio, which meant we were taking a fair system at best because of the technology loss and all the interference from all the other things going on in the airways at the time. And we were going to cut that about in half. Buncombe County is 656 square miles. It has a tremendous amount of difficulty with the topography trying to get radio signals in the dips and the valleys. Any law enforcement agency that's on 700 to 800 megahertz that's P25 compliant, we should be able to communicate with, and we're going to have the ability to do interoperability like we never have before.
This is like a dream come true for us in Cassidian Communications to come and work with a customer, work with a community that has demonstrated the level of care and interest and sincerity in this. It's priceless to all of us in Cassidian Communications. So to everyone all the way into the back, thank you from the bottom of our heart. I can't say it much better than you did, Sheriff, about the benefits of the system, but I know that you wanted, for as best as you could get, the maximum flexibility for the best system at the best price. And I believe that we achieved that for you. I really do. This is, I will read, for partners in public safety, Cassidian Communications is proud to provide Buncombe County with a state-of-the-art core P25 radio system. Buncombe County, North Carolina inaugurated October 28, 2013. And I know that, David, you introduced several of the commissioners in here. They're noted, as well as Cassidian Communications officers are here, Francois Begaud, Rich Cagle, Len Newbrook, of our project manager, et cetera. So with this, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Bob. We live in the best part of the world, we think. It's a great place to grow up. It's a great place to work. It's a great place to retire. There's one problem. It's one of the worst places in one area, and the sheriff mentioned it, and that's radio signals. We were in a jam, as the sheriff said. We had an old system. We had a system that was not doing the job. We had a 2000 FCE ruling that said you got to shorten the distances between your signals. If you don't do that, you're going to have problems. Bottom line is, all of you in the back, and you always sit in the back, you should be in the front, the emergencies providers, they need to be right here. And you were at risk, and you knew it, you kept doing your job, but we couldn't have that. Enter Cassidian. Let me tell you a little bit about these folks.
We have a video that shows, that's a Google Earth video that our guy Anthony put together, that shows kind of where we are at Grove Park. And then it's going to zoom out and then go over to Broad River, which is where one of Sheriff Duncan's patrol lieutenants is. And we have this video so that you can get a feel for not just the distance, but the terrain of Buncombe County and especially Broad River. This is the county line. So you can see he is literally in the southeast corner of the county. If Broad River has a downtown, you're there now.
It would be the fire department.
The transmission path that the sheriff's voice and lieutenant's voice are going to travel, that transmission path is about 36 miles. That's through the tower here that's closest to us, and then it goes through several microwave links over through other towers and winds up out in Broad River. As the sheriff has his conversation, the one thing I'd encourage you to listen to is the quality of the audio. If you're used to hearing digital systems, this is one of the best digital qualities you'll hear.
Unit 1 to Charlie 1.
Charlie 1.
How do you copy this radio?
Your team sir.
Thank you, Lieutenant. No further. And I honestly have to tell you, Broad River is one of the locations where we had little to no radio system, period. So that's awesome.
So we're going to repeat the same scenario here with Jerry and Jamie, who's the training officer for EMS. We're going to go to the far northwest of the county. And literally the shape is about the same. You go way out. And Sandy Bush presents a very interesting problem in the fact that there's a mountain range that cuts that whole area off from, and that's one of the places where we had very little signal before. So as you see, this whole mountain range here puts Sandy Bush in a hole. So as you can see, we have the same thing, about 35.76 miles worth of transmission path to get there. And it's 21.2 miles away if you could fly. So, Gary, if you'll go ahead.
Welcome, car 1 to 182.
182, St. Louis substation, go ahead.
How do you call me?
Sir, you are loud and clear.
Oh,